Do Now, Think Positive podcast. FendiPendi, creative content coach. And Philip Tan, CEO, Snapp Packaging. Do Now, Think Positive podcast.
Hello, welcome back again to Do Now,
Think Positive podcast.
I am FendiPendi, your creative content coach, together with my co-host.
I'm Philip Tan, and today we have a distinguished gentleman here. His name is Mr. Ken Chin. He's the entrepreneur, owns an accounting firm, as well as owns a massive 600 members networking. So please, let's welcome Ken Chin.
Good morning, everyone. I'm so glad to be with Fendi and Philip. Thank you.
Yeah, Ken, I have a question for you. I will fire the first question. Yeah, we know that you own an accounting firm, and you also runs a networking network of 600 members, and that's very massive, right? But how do you manage your time actually? And what is one thing that you prioritize your work? And can you share with the viewers that how you really say that, oh, this is a thing, prioritize it, do it now?
Yeah, basically, one of the secrets I found many years before I even started my business in the year 2001 is that one should work on the business, meaning that 80% or more of our time should be on business development, sales, and marketing. The rest handled by outsourcing or having the right staff in your company. So that gives me lots of time. In a 60-hour week, I got 48 hours to 50 hours for myself to do marketing and sales. So that would be one of my secrets of using my time wisely. Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, that's awesome.
Yes, okay, Mr. Kenshin. Networking is not for everybody.
Yes.
Sometimes they feel scary. Sometimes, especially those who are introvert people, young entrepreneurs. So you are managing about 600 plus members to show up, connect, and ask for their business.
Yep.
What advice can you give to that person?
Well, the advice we'll give is that just jump into it. I mean, you never know who you will meet in a networking. They say when we are separated from our goal or the person you want to meet only by 6 degrees of separation, meaning that just 6 persons you reach, even our Prime Minister. So I would say that if you are fearful, if you are listening out there, you say you're an introvert, all I can say is that just jump into the networking. Just go for the next networking, sign up immediately. Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
You see a lot of SME delaying important financial decisions.
Yeah.
They are delaying it.
Yeah.
Right? Can you elaborate what is the true meaning of growth?
Okay, say basically, when we go into anything, if I were to ask you a question, when there's a new addition to your family, a baby was born, are you happy? Yeah,
Absolutely.
but of course, at the same time, if there's someone who is sick and then eventually leaving us from this world, will we be sad? Basically, I would say that when there's growth, there's something addition like a newborn baby in the family, everyone is happy. So the whole idea is that in a company is that not just for the sake of being happy, but the important thing is that the company must aim to have more revenue, cash flow, and sales. So that at the end of the day, when you retire, you can say that, okay, I got a cash flow, I got a savings of 5 million ringgit, or for example, something like that. So growth is good. Growth is important. So so it's important. Growth is important.
Good.
Yeah.
So, Mr. Kenshin, BNI is about givers gain.
Yes.
So helping others to succeed.
Yeah.
But some entrepreneurs find it very difficult to share information because they're scared of competition. So how do you say to our viewers out there who is afraid to collaborate, who is afraid to share, and that someone will steal their idea?
Yeah. I once heard of this speaker. His name is Alan McGovern. In his 1-minute podcast every time via the radio. And he said that, a lot of people are very competitive. They're just afraid. If they hire someone, they say, I won't train you so much. I'll train you 10%, I'll train you 50%. Even though they still pay their monthly salary because they're afraid that one day they might be their competitor or even do their own business. But the question I have is this. What if you don't train that person and he stays with you for the next 10 or 20 years, and you're stuck with that person? He could have been trained to bring you more revenue and sales, but we didn't train them. So I would say that if that answers your question, is that it's better to train a person and they leave than to not train a person and they stay. I think that's the worst part. That's the worst thing that can happen to any company.
Okay. So Ken, I want to ask you a challenging question.
Yeah.
Now that you are 600 over members
Yeah.
and you're going to achieve 1,000 in
Yes.
May, that is less than 6 months.
Yes.
What's the percentage of achieving that? That's one. Number
Yeah.
two is that what is your magic formula?
Okay, I always see it this way. We must set such a high goal. I mean, in this case, it's like double. It's 600 to 1,200 by 31st December 2026. If we don't hit the, I know my mentor always tells me, if you don't hit the stars, you at least hit the moon. You don't hit the moon, you at least hit the
Sky.
coconut tree. And then before we hit the land, the landing. So I always believe that we must set high goals. But not only that, we must also do the very thing that will lead to the achievement of those goals, which is, again, I use the word lead measure. The very, very thing you do lead you to the goal. So my recommendation to my members is that you must meet at least one person for a simple collaboration or coffee session every single week. Because if you meet, you are not wasting time. As a businessman, we are collaborating. But you know what? This person could potentially be a part of this network, for example. So I always say that we must attack or deal with the lead measures. But I do know enough people, more than 80% of this population, that thinks that they don't have to do anything, but yet still able to achieve the goal. Okay, I have met every day such people. So let's be part of that 20% or even 10%. Yeah. Thank you.
But can you keep mentioning about lead measure many times? I keep hearing that.
Yeah.
Can let the viewer know what exactly is lead measure, because they will be very curious about it.
I'm very thrilled to share this concept because, for example, when I read this book called The 4 Disciplines of Execution by Alan McChesney, he says that example of, for example, Marriott Hotel, one of the very good hotels around, and they have many branches, 100 over hotels around the world. And this particular hotel in the US, they actually renovated their whole premise, the hotel premise, for a few months for US $20 million, for example. And then they expect that when they come back, say September, October in the year, they'll get high room rent, room rates, room tickets up, seminar rooms, but they were disappointed. Their sales didn't change. It remained the same. So, but then they started doing something different. They said that if I were to actually service someone, I mean someone that has a request for something, an iron or something, they come back in 5 minutes, but now I come back in 3 minutes. Can I make a difference? So they check in every area of the hotel what they should do, and in the end, many customers came back because they got good referrals. Someone said that, oh, I love Marriott. I actually get good service, and then you should go. You should go, and everyone passes the word around. And in the end, after 1 year, this particular branch became the top among all the branches in 1 year only. So that's what I mean by a lead measure. Or another example would be that if you service your car, if you service or do not service your car, service maintenance, and you say that if I don't do anything, maybe it will break down. But if you service twice or 3 times a year, maybe it won't break down. So the very, very thing that you have to do is called a lead measure. And if you do it, whatever you want to achieve, whether sales or customer service, it will be achieved.
So lead measure, it's very interesting. Lead measure.
Yeah, just that sadly a lot don't do it. Sadly.
So we are coming to the end of the show.
Can I ask just one more question?
One more question?
Okay.
Just one more fun question.
All right. Sure.
BNI, okay?
Yeah.
BNI, for those who don't know, BNI is a business networking. Just Ken, why is it so early in the morning?
Okay, I think that I am, just to let our audience know, is that I've been a member of this organization called BNI, or Business Network International. It's been in existence for 40 years, set up since 1985. And I've been to a group for 18 years as a member without fail. Every Friday morning at 6 a.m. I'm there. And someone asked me, why is it so early? So I say that that's an irrelevant question. Whether it's early or late, the question is that, is there value? So I knew that when I went there, I have more referrals, I have more network, more referrals, and more business. So what's the even though it's early, it's worth my time, my business time, to be there 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. or 10 a.m. So the question is not about being early or not. The question is whether it's valuable. It brings more more revenue and business to our thing. So for our audience out there, the next time you're invited to a meeting very early, don't say how early is it valuable.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Early bird catches the world.
Yes, I agree.
So, viewers,
Yep.
we are coming to the end of so.
Yep.
It's about time for Mr. Kentin to
Yeah,
shine.
one day you should be a business owner or at least be in a very high management position whereby you can influence the bottom line of company in terms of sales and cash flow and things like that. If you are a business owner, you're listening to me, is that be a business owner that works on your business. 80-90% of the time you should be in business development, marketing, sales, and things like that. So that you have the free time, you have the 40-50 hours in a week to meet people who could change the destiny of your company in terms of a business partnership and collaboration. So how do you do that? Today, start outsourcing functions that you should outsource, like administration and finance. Start doing the hiring staff that will do the things that you should be letting go in terms of administration, operation, and you should be doing sales and marketing 80-90% of the time. Yeah. So that's my advice. Let me give an example. What do I mean by a person that should be spending most time in business? A lot of friends ask me, Ken, I understand that you use a lot of this Grab car. I say, yes, 90% of the time I don't drive. I save 12 to 13 hours a week on time, and therefore in my Grab car I'll take my KPIs. I will call 1 or 2 important customers. I will even take a 5-minute nap, and I'm always energized. So when I ask my friend, who is also a business owner, that why do you not do the same like me? You can have extra 12 days. He says that I bought this car for 1 million ringgit, and I got to drive lah. I got to drive. So I say, okay, that's your decision, but for me, I have 12, 13 hours ahead of you every week, I say. Yeah, so that's one thing. The second thing is that always work on the, mentioned earlier, always work on the lead measures. The very thing that can influence the sales. So for example, you all understand what is sales funnel. You have to have so many appointments a week, so many presentations, so many conversions, and so much cash flow and sales. So I just want to encourage you these 2 things. 1, work on your business. Number 2, work on your lead measures, and then you're going to be a very successful business owner. So I hope you all enjoy the time with me today. Also thanks Philip and Fendi earlier. And yeah, work on these 2 things and you're going to see you at the top. Thank you.
Thank you for watching. I am FendiPendi here, your creative content coach.
My name is Philip Tan. Let's look forward to our next episode.
See you again. Please like, subscribe, share, and comment below. Bye.